Welcome to Organizational Behavior and Leadership, PA 910. This is for Term 3, going from July to September. There are 3 faculty members who teach in this course. Myself, Nancy Reed, and I'm the course leader and the instructor for Section A. Dr. Stephen Kellum is the course instructor for Section B, and Dr. Michael Estrada is the course instructor for Section C. If you look in the bottom right-hand corner of the slide, you will see a heading that appears on the homepage of your Moodle class. And if you click on the syllabus and the course instructor, it will also identify which one of us teach your section. But again, I'm course Section A, Dr. Kellum is B, and Dr. Estrada is C. You need to identify who your instructor is so that you send any kind of questions in regards to this class to the appropriate person. So you need to make sure you're sending questions to your course instructor. The course content for this class is comprised of 9 discussion boards, which equal 40% of your grade, and 3 written assignments, which equal the other 60% of your grade. Let's talk about the writing assignment in week 8. It's a leadership style development paper where you discuss what type of leader you are, and it also has you identify your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, and you will also identify some short-term and long-term goals. That paper is 20% of your grade. And then we have 2 more writing assignments that are more like larger discussion boards, and they are in week 2 and week 10. And what we're going to ask you to do is in week 2, identify a local, state, national, or international leader or organization who is impacting the COVID-19 pandemic. And in week 10, you're going to talk about what actions they took over the course of the 8 weeks that really helped to determine the outcomes of people affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Those 2 discussion boards together equal 40% of your grade. Again, they're a little bit larger in size than a normal discussion board, and we'll talk about that more in just a second. So the discussion boards in this class will be due on Wednesday night at 11:30 is when you'll have your original post done, and then you will have to do 1 response post by 11:30 on Sunday night. The original post should be no more than 50 words, and we would like you to have 1 professional reference. The response post is going to be no more than 300 words, and you do not have to have a professional reference on that post. You do have to use AMA formatting in these discussion boards, just as you had to in previous terms. The assignment due dates, so that's the 3 writing assignments in week 8, 2, and 10. So in week 8, your writing assignment is going to be due on Sunday evening at 11:59. It says Eastern Standard Time, but really your time zone, whatever time zone you are in. And in week 2 and 10, since these are kind of like discussion boards, you're going to have your original discussion board post due by Wednesday evening, 11:59, and the 1 response against a classmate is going to be due on Sunday night. So again, treat week 2 and week 10 just like a discussion board, but really the difference is you're going to write more on these writing assignments than as a discussion board. There's going to be no cap to the number of words that you are going to write. So remember previously, your original discussion board post is 500 word cap, and your response is a 300 word cap. Well, there is no cap on these 2 writing assignments. I want you to write them to standard so that a reader gets a clear vision of who the person or organization is that you picked and why you thought they're impacting the COVID-19 pandemic. In the level, or in week 8, you will use level headings. Level headings are used in AMA style, and They're really there to help reflect the progression of logic or flow of thought in an article, thereby guiding the reader. It also helps to break up the text, making the article more attractive and easier to read. So these headings are meant to divide primary parts into secondary parts and so on. So here's an example. The word discussion is a level 1 heading, and it is in all caps and it is bold. Organizational problem is a level 2 heading, and it is in the first word of all major words are capitalized and they are in bold. And then level 3, you indent. Only the first word is capitalized. The rest of the words are, you use small letters, you put a period after it, and then you start into your sentence. Utilizing level headings in AMA style is an important skill to garner in order to become a better writer, and you should be using this skill not only in PA 910 but in your doctoral project series as well. So do make sure you're using level headings in the week 8 assignment. Also observe the example that is posted for the week 8 assignment and see how level headings are used. If you are going to be on vacation or have to take a leave of absence for a medical issue or a family issue, please make sure that you notify your faculty member via email as soon as you know when you will be out. Try to work ahead. All of the material is available for viewing, so you can view all the assignments. You cannot post them until 3 days before the actual week that you're starting. So you can't post the discussion board for week 10 when it's week 2. But you can look ahead and do the coursework and have it done. So make sure that you're planning ahead every opportunity that you can to make sure that you don't fall behind in a class if you know you're going to have a missed period of time. The textbooks for this class are Organizational Behavior and Healthcare. This is available through online retailers such as Amazon. We will have the first few chapters scanned and attached to the associated weeks. And we're only doing that because some of the shipping, because of the pandemic, has caused a delay in getting your books. So I want to make sure that you guys do have your material to read in those first couple of weeks if there's any delay in getting your books. The second book is AMA Style Guide, and that's 10th edition, and you can access that through the University of Lynchburg Library. This is the same book that you should have been utilizing in PA 960 as part of the doctoral project series, trying to become masters of AMA style. So those are the 2 books for the class. Again, if you have any questions, make sure you direct them to your course instructor. Don't just blanketly email me. You need to make sure if Dr. Kellum is your course instructor that you email Dr. Kellum. If Dr. Estrada is your course instructor, make sure you email Dr. Estrada. I hope this is going to be a great term, and direct any questions you have to your